It was actually August 8th of this year. I was day 2 in North Carolina, Fayetteville, North Carolina, heading towards Fort Liberty. So I'm behind a black pickup truck and he goes over and then I'm trying to follow him over. And something told me to stop. And I said, don't want to, Lord, please just let me get to class. And it was like, look. So that was the third look was like, okay, I'm looking. All right. And it was weird because you know how like when you put on like glasses, how someone that wears glasses, how it goes from blurry to like super clear. I was probably about 100 or so feet away and I looked over and I can see everything that happened. And I get out the line. I just turn out of the line and I drive up and I stop the car and I put it in park and I was maybe about 25 meters away. And I jump out the car and I run. And as I get there, the noose is around the gentleman's head. He had just jumped. And at this point, he's down on the floor. And so he cut the rope from around his neck and then started trying to get him trauma naked as much as possible. I mean, like taking off as much clothes as possible, right? I did start talking to him. He wouldn't like say a name. He wouldn't respond to any of the commands that I told him, but he did. I can still see that he's still breathing, he's still okay. After I looked at his ID, I looked at him and he's laying on the floor. All I said was David, and he turns his head and he looks at me. Mind you, the whole time the lady's at the head talking to him, he's not acknowledging her. He didn't acknowledge me when I got there, whatever, but as soon as I said his name, he just looked at me. And it was like at that moment, it was just like, just help me. That's all I could see in his eyes. Then he started like reacting. Like now he's starting to come back too, and he's starting to realize like, okay, you know, he's starting to shake up. And I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I need you to stay still as possible. I just lay next to him and I was like, David, you're okay. I got you. Nothing's gonna happen to you, but I need you to remain like super still and super calm. They're here, they're gonna help you. I got you. And he just laid there. His body just stopped moving. He just laid there. As I kept talking to him, he was just relaxed. And then I looked over and I saw his hat and he was a veteran. And that's when I realized I was like, this is one of our own. It has been, I don't want to say haunting me, but it has humbled me but silenced me in the same time. Like it's humbled me because it was like you were right there at the right time, at the right moment, and you did what you were trained to do. And I remained quiet about the situation the entire time. I didn't want any accolades. I didn't want anything about it. I was just grateful that God let me be that person to save him.